Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Season 1, Episode 5, Dating in Las Vegas. Holy shit, what a show it should be. We've got three dorky single guys, all heterosexual, super straight, gonna talk about how nerdy, how dorky we are, and all of our dating in Las Vegas, from our best dates to our worst dates, to maybe even talking about what is a normal date in Vegas. Is that even possible? Like, how do you go on a normal date in Vegas? That can't be a thing. There's no way. That can't be a possible thing. And then maybe we could even sneak into some online dating, some sports talk, and some nerd dating. That's right. We can talk about nerds and how they meet up with each other. Have you ever been to a nerd gathering? It is really a thing. And so today's question, let's just drop right on into it. Dating in Las Vegas. Let's start with the Vladimir over here. Let's give him a hand. Woo! Let's give the Vladimir a hand. There he is, everybody. Hey!
So one specific instance that happened to me and Scott here is we were at a bar called the Berlin.
Oh, we're diving into this right away. Let's do it.
You already know. So we went to the Berlin bar, okay? And this was after the ride. You know, we were getting some drinks in, you know.
Wait, hold on. What ride?
The Wednesday ride, located at the Berlin every Wednesday at Crank and Grind. Hoorah.
Okay, so you guys went to a bar together.
Okay,
right,
so you know we got some drinks going, you know, and we were, you know, so me and Scott here, you know, we're very like-minded individuals, you know. We talk about like very like-minded aspects, you know, like you know, development in technologies, development in just medical aspects of the world, you know. We've been discussing, you know, we're getting.
I don't know. Tell me.
Precisely, we're getting
Articulate.
we get very in deep within our conversation, and then when a 10 out of a 15 girl comes to us and offers to buy us a drink or decides to talk to us.
What scale are we going on? She's a 15 out of 10?
No, she's a 10 out of 15. Okay. Oh, she's a 15.
But she's a 15 out of 10.
There we go. So
okay.
and this beautiful individual comes up to us, and me and Scott were having a very engaging conversation about particle physics or something of that sort. And then this girl is like, "Hey, you know, let me buy you a drink." But you know, me and Scott, we were so in depth within our conversation that we just decided to cock block ourselves from a female, because we were so in depth within the whole idea of just human connectivity and the idea of just medical science, and it's just so amazing. But the point is, yes, we're geeks, but we're freaks.
Whoa! Didn't see that coming. Wait. So you didn't say hello to this bombshell? You ignored her and continued nerd talk?
Yeah, that's the worst part about it. It's just honestly, I just cock-blocked myself. I was so engaged.
Exactly.
In this
I would not have cock-blocked you, bro.
Yeah.
She offered you a drink.
Wait, whoa, hold on, we're going to the bathroom for this one. Wait. So this girl literally, so you're standing over here, and she's standing over here, and she's like, "Hey, can I buy you a drink?" And then you're over here like, "No, ew, you're too beautiful for me. Get away. How accurate is that?
Pretty accurate. I would say 110% out of 110%.
How does this even happen?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Help me with this one, Scott.
I wish I would have knew what was going on. I would have coached you. Hey, you just accept the drink. It's simple and common. If someone's giving you something, you just accept it. You know, that's all you had to do. Yeah. I think at the time I was like trying to talk to this other girl, so I wasn't like really seeing what was going on with that girl because I didn't even know her. But you know, I was trying to buy another girl a drink, I think, at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
Actually,
so is this what we're blaming it on?
No.
Is that
I'm saying we're all responsible for our own things. That's it. But it was funny because we were definitely in a deep conversation where it's like, I don't remember how it came, but she's like, "Oh yeah, can I?" And it was like she was just like a second thought.
Yeah.
It's like you literally put the hand. No, talk to the hand because the rest don't give a damn.
But good guys like Vlad are not easy to get. You have to. She has to give you more than just buy a drink. She can't get you that easily. She's got to at least join in on the particle physics theory or something. Or something about the Big Bang. Like just come with an equation or something.
I know. Like shit.
Like U plus V equals one beer. I don't know, something so just to break your concentration. That's the first rule of everything. You have to break the attention, and she didn't break your attention enough. So let's blame her.
Yeah, for sure, man. AX plus B squared equals C squared. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does that add up to anything? I'm not smart enough. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's a quadratic formula. It's okay.
But
Well, actually, that's a Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
there we go.
For triangle.
All right, so let's switch the topic off of Vladimir for a second. Let's go with Mr. Scott Warner. What has been hands down your best date ever in Las Vegas?
Haven't had it yet.
Damn!
I've had amazing dates, but I'm not gonna say that I've had the best date ever.
I'm gonna pray for you.
A date is like, hey, I can have a great time with a girl. We could go out to whatever. I mean, and I like simple stuff. I'm just gonna go for a walk. Let's go to Sunrise. What's that place? That Sunrise Park. I like to go there. Or Sunset Park. It's like a huge old park. You got like ducks flying everywhere and like lakes out there. You know, there's a lake out there. People walking their dogs. There's like a lot of activity out there.
Oh, believe me, me, Matt, we've been watching.
Yeah, I know people watching in the distance through the binoculars probably. And there's
okay, but I like people watching.
Or through an app.
Yeah, and I don't have, I mean, whatever. I don't really do that all too often, I guess. But I mean, whatever. I'm about the people watching. You talk about that, but.
Oh, we're about to.
Yeah,
believe you me, we're about to. I love the people watch. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
I mean, that's a whole thing in Vegas of people watching. You know, so like Sunset Park's a good place because one, it's like public still. So I'm not like, hey, just come over to my house or let's go meet at some exclusive. Like, it's not like going on a hiking. Like hiking, you probably want it like not for a first meeting somebody, but like something like a walk around a park. And this is a big park, so there's like plenty of walking to do. You know, so like I like stuff like that. You know, I'm not trying to spend money on somebody that's, well, because statistically, every girl that you talk to go on a date or whatever, she's already like having relations intimately with some other guy. Like, that's like the fact. It's like approved. I don't know what percent it is, but there's some percent that she's probably already seen a guy. So why am I going to
I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
Why am I going to pay for
it? Wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was. I didn't say it. He did.
It's the world. Yeah, but we're talking, 20 to 30 year olds. You know what I mean? We're not talking about 40 to 50 year olds or whatever, how it used to be. You know what I mean? It's definitely different, or whatever age group, but definitely like, and also like you said, regional Vegas girls are different. Vegas, the greater area of Las Vegas. But they're used to. I know girls that they've all partied with millionaires already. So it's like, okay, you want to go back to, obviously they didn't keep you. So that's my first thought. Okay, so you had fun on a yacht. They spent $10,000 on you or whatever. I don't care. Go back to that guy then. If you can't have a decent conversation with me, or we can't just hang out and be like, actually like no pressure and be cool, then I probably don't want it anyway. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go out of my way to like, let me spend money on you. Let me like do all this extra stuff. And I'm talking about like first date, by the way. You know what I mean? I'm not saying like I don't buy things or whatever, or like take out girls on dates and like pay for meals or whatever. Like I still am like that traditional thing, but like now, like in the very beginning, I'm not going to do any of that stuff. Now, I'll still be like, chivalrous, open the door, and that kind of thing. You know what I mean? I'm still very respectful. But as far
opening the door doesn't cost anything.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm doing everything that doesn't cost anything. I'm not going to go and take you to this nice fancy, like, okay, because I made the mistake too many times. I brought them to a nice sushi place, and they eat, like, and it's like, oh, I buy you all you can eat, like $35, $40, and then tip, so I'm spending $50 on them. And then they get like 2 rolls. I'm like, dude, okay, so that's not happening anymore. And it's like, when that happens 1 or 2 times, you're like, forget it. You know what I mean? And then maybe they're embarrassed because they don't want to eat in front of you or whatever. Like, it's like, it's just a whole thing. So, and plus, like with my diet now, it's like I eat 1 meal a day anyway, so I'm like already fed. So it's like you can't, like, the food thing is like a whole non-issue for me. So that's like just like a little summary of that. So I would say that was a good date though. I mean, I just like the dates on the park, walking where you have great conversation with like-minded people. Honestly,
that's a solid answer.
Yeah.
I'll take the other end of it.
Yeah, what's your other end of this? Yeah,
I'll take the other end of it.
Your worst date?
I wouldn't say worst date, but it ties into what you're saying about the sushi, and that one really, damn man, that one really, 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 really hit home. So I was taking this girl out. We I forget what we did beforehand, but we did some small event, nothing too major because clearly I can't even remember. And then we went out for sushi. We were talking, having a good time. Even kind of talking about, maybe hanging out that night, my place, your place kind of thing. Finally getting at that, like, hey. And then, I kid you not, she gets a text, and it's a location. Somebody literally just sent her a location. And then before you know it, I'm getting I'm kind of tired. I got work in the morning. I don't know. I think I'm just going to go home after this. And my first thought is, bro, you are full of shiitake. You just want to get in that bedroom. It just ain't going to be mine tonight. Like, Yeah, there's my little bedroom. Like, you just weren't ready for this Persian silk bedroom. No. You go run off to that other guy that can't afford the goddamn sushi. Go get that broke boy. Yeah, so, you know.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I just recently experienced that. I thought it was eye-opening. So maybe, with that being said, am I supposed to just take them to the park first? And then buy them sushi? Like,
Yes.
When do you know you're finally supposed to commit and buy them sushis?
Yeah.
Go
ahead. Yeah.
The way I see it is you want to first understand the person's intention before you invest any time and effort, because of course money is a real thing here in our little capitalistic society. We want to make sure that when we take our female counterpart into a nice understanding environment, a park would be a really good area, because of course if you're in a daytime area, and you're meeting with this individual, you want to understand, what do you like about me? Like, what's the thing? What made you choose me out of the 50 million Johns that you found on your little Instagrams or your Bumble or your Twinders? That's the spiel. You want to make sure that you understand the idealism of what this individual is wanting to be in this relationship. You want to get as much insight as possible from your counterpart to really get an understanding, like, hey, can I live with this person all my life? So that's the spiel. You want to lay it down really nice and flat. You want to know the person you're dealing with. So that's why the first thing, great thing you brought up, take them to the park.
Third date, fourth date. How long do you think that normally takes to get there?
Second date. Although I smash on the first date,
Scott,
which is really
I feel
weird.
like Scott disagreed with that.
Well, it depends on the quality of the date. Like, so this one girl, at first, I actually took her to a coffee shop first. I met her.
Okay, that's
so I took her to a coffee shop actually first. Yeah, I bought her coffee. Like, okay, whatever, like $10. You know what I mean?
That's
but
a
it's
great
like that's
investment.
what I'm saying. It's like that's like reasonable.
It is.
And we spent like 2 hours there, so we got to know like quite a bit about each other. Then we did the park date actually with her, and actually it was at night anyway. But the thing is, it's a nice park. It's lit up. There's a lot of people. It's still like a cool spot. And then like after that day, like I knew enough what I needed to know. Whether we're gonna click to like pursue things or not.
So in that case, then
Depends on your own
Vladimir's
intention,
comments,
too.
you feel like it was worth it. Where you're like, all right, you know what? This first one went really good. I see connection. It's working well. Let's go have a nice dinner. But now I guess playing devil's advocate to myself, maybe it's my own problem. You feel like maybe that's just investing too much too soon? Or to double down on that thought, when do you be like, yo, let's go make a home cooked meal at home. Let me show you some of my pasta, baby. Rawr. Daddy's got some meatballs he wants to show off, man.
I mean, definitely, if everything's going all good, then you're just taking her home. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I don't need to kiss and tell, but I mean, like, you're gonna know by the first or second date, really, like, if you want to do that third date or if you're gonna meet again. You know what I mean?
The first red flag you want to understand is if she wants to take you out on the first date, and that's a big red flag. Keep that in mind. Write that down into a journal or an iPad.
Write that down and add that.
Well, the red flags are going to be individually, and it's kind of whatever you're looking for. If you're just looking to hook up, like, okay, you're probably going to have 0 red flags for the most part, you know what I mean? But if you're, like, actually trying to, like, hey, she might be one I want to talk. The thing is, you got to get past it anyway, and I feel like, to me, I like to meet in person. I mean, I don't like to do the whole phone call thing. I just not have, I mean, I'm not saying it can't work for some people. Remember, this is all my experience. Like, there's going to be so many different successful ways to date, and all of us here actually do things different anyway, just in this room. And that's, like, basically everyone's going to have their own idea. But, yeah, like,
So what you're saying is none of us has made the perfect Tinder profile. We're not on 10 dates a night yet. Is that maybe our problem? Do we need to come up with goofy ass Tinder profiles? Make some Tinder pictures? Is that maybe what we should be doing tonight?
You're the one with the green screen.
It'd be funny to do that. The thing is you'd still have to like get the right girl to look at your stuff anyway. And I think kind of here you were saying, Vlad, about like, oh, I'm one of 50 million, why choose me or whatever. Like, in a sense, it's kind of like, yeah, why would she choose you? So you have to be entertaining. You got to be able to talk about something. You got to be interesting and also interested in her, get her to start talking a little bit. And then it's like, okay, how do you still got to like find the person. You still got to connect with them. That's like the hard part with online stuff because there's so many fake profiles. I mean, I'm sure all of us here have gotten on the fake profiles messaging us. So I'm pretty sure that happens. That does happen to girls too in a different sense. But, like they're getting their time wasted too. And the fact that they're girls, they could have like if a guy is getting 5, 10 likes or whatever, a girl's probably getting at least 10 times that, for sure. Like if I'm getting like, 10 matches, 20 matches in a month or whatever, a girl's probably getting 100 to 150 easy. You know what I mean? So you gotta deal with that too. So even just getting the attention, I think, is hard enough.
But do you think sometimes getting that many matches can be overwhelming? Because I know me from experience. I not say that I've been in beautiful girl status, but I have had plenty of fangirls talk to me, and I have thrown myself in the wrong one because I based it off of looks. And hell, I'll say, and then I remember. Well, shit, I know Buddy Scott remembers. This girl showed up with a $100,000 car. And, oh my God, beautiful, rich, already owned her own house. I mean, dime piece, supermodel. Literally, she had been paid to be a supermodel before. Had everything going for her. And then she's like, all right, here. So she shows up to my place. Holy fuck, that's amazing. She's like, listen, if I'm going to be here and you're going to hook up with me, we're boyfriend, girlfriend officially. And I'm like, yeah, done. What? I'm dating it. Done. Easy. And by day 4, I was ready to kick her out. Because I kid you not, and day 2, I went on a ride in her car, and I, to this day, don't know what drug that was, but I'm pretty sure that's more drugs than I've ever seen in my entire life, and I don't play with drugs. I don't do drugs. I don't want to be around drugs. I don't want to date a druggie. It's, But I fell for it. Fell for the nice car, fell for the, oh my God, you're so beautiful, all of it. And so sometimes having too many to pick from can really ruin you, man, where you just focus on the, oh yeah, baby, oh yeah, you a sexy sugar mama. And for real, and you, oh man,
well, like,
so
even,
you think it could be a problem sometimes getting that many where you're then just going for attraction and not intellectual?
I mean, just imagine you still got to work and live your life or whatever, but imagine just going to on a date every single day. So, and with a different woman. So that's 7. That's actually only 7, you know what I mean, in a week. That's only 30 a month. That's not that many. I mean, it's a lot is what I'm saying, but it's also really not that many numbers wise.
No,
it's all about filtering through that noise and then it's how much effort do I want to put into this thing? And to be fair, I don't always put that much effort into it. If I put effort in, sometimes you're going to get different results based on, like you said, some people are saying oh, your bio this, and some of that, that matters, I'm sure. You know what I mean? You can split test all that stuff, but it's also do I want to waste my time doing it because when it's designed to suck money from you anyway and suck your attention, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not trying to go on 30 days. All of us here, we could set up the perfect profile, perfect words, perfect pictures, all that, and I'm sure we could get 10 dates a month or whatever. But the thing is, okay, that's going to be costing you, and then what do you qualify as a date? Is a date some girls, I was like, do you want to go to the park? A lot of girls will say no because it's oh, it's cold or whatever. There's always some excuse, or they don't want to go eat because of this or whatever. I'm just saying it's not always a for sure thing anyway. Your idea, but if you're hey, I got a supercar. This is $140,000. I'm driving down to your house right now, to your area. You down? And that's the opposite. Because a lot of guys, usually it's a guy that's uber successful, and a lot of the girls. The problem with the dating scene is 80% of the girls are going after these 10% of the guys, right? So these guys that are super successful, and we're talking, that, they got money, they're flashing, they could go spend $10,000 a day, kind of thing.
Facts.
Or they're also broke boys, but they're hiding it because they're in debt, credit card debt, whatever. That's a whole other thing, though. They're trying to be that guy. But yeah, go ahead.
Well, I mean, you saw it. Sometimes you can have such a proud attraction where I'm oh my god, come meet this person, come drive that car with me, and then by day 4 you're just so embarrassed.
Well, yeah.
And so embarrassed.
Well, if a girl's hey, I'm driving in my Lambo to come meet you at your house, I'm okay, sure, here's my address. It's kind of hard. I'm saying I get it from I'm not blaming girls. You know what I mean? If I had a girl come up to me like you said, I seen it happen to you where the millionaire came up to you and she she had everything as far as money. She'd even have to work another day in her life if she played her cards right. You know what I mean? But she was definitely a half a percenter. If you know what I mean, not even a 1%er, a half a percenter, So I could see how that whole thing is enticing. But my point is, if I had a yacht, if we had a mini, even if it was a mini super yacht, it still has the word super in it and it has the word yacht in it. So if we had a little freaking because I think it's Mad Hatter, you might know, it's how many, there's a certain amount of feet is in a yacht. I don't know if it's 29 feet or 49 feet, but whatever. If your point is, I got a boat, you want to go on a boat?
I'm on a boat.
girls get invited to the boats, and they could be 20 years old. Like it doesn't matter their age, but like a guy, he has to work his whole a certain amount of time to even get the boat. But girls just get
Why are
invited
you
through a
speaking
DM.
facts right now?
So
What's
usually
going
it's
on?
about over 30.
Keep going, please. I'm
30
actually
feet.
learning.
Thank you. I was
33
curious.
feet.
So
About
30
33
feet. Yeah,
feet.
that's huge. Because I had rented a place. I was like when I parked my car, it was a 30 by 10 storage unit, and I thought that was huge. So I'm just imagine that's a boat now. Yeah, you could put like 2-3 cars on it. What? Yeah.
2 to 3 cars on it. Hell yeah, sign me up.
I think us nice guys don't get enough recognition. So, just gonna put that out there.
Okay, but now is that our own fault? And so I'll definitely touch
I'm too
base with
shy,
you on
that's
that.
why.
No. Because I believe it was you that kind of pointed it out, and I didn't really believe it, so I started to look it up. And so, okay, so in Russia, you pretty much stay with your man. When you get married, right, you stay with them. You don't become single. Because if you're a single mommy in Russia, you ain't never get another man.
Okay, now why does it have to be Russia? Why can't it be like Nigeria or China? Why does it have to be Russia? I'm just saying.
So, but now as
Okay.
American male, is that our own fault? Because we'll be like, oh, you got 3 kids? Bro.
I don't condone the
Start
actions of
over.
my people. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Is it us? Is it our own fault for perpetuating the singleness because we allow all the girls to just be like, you know what? Done. And now, is that maybe our fault too? Like, would the girls be much more inclined to just be loyal and not go cheat and run around if they knew that they got divorced? They were done. They wouldn't get nobody else.
Oh yeah. If where the girls in America are not traditional like that. They don't think that way.
I'm gonna
I'd
summarize
say the
it.
majority though.
I'm gonna summarize it in the best way possible. Okay, so right now, I don't want to point names, but right now in the United States of America, you know, our values and morals are a little different compared to other countries, is what I've noticed.
Way different, yeah.
Way different. So, systematically speaking, is like, you know, everything is fabricated. Instagram, Facebook, you know, the whole dating scene is just fabricated through one little app, you know, and it's not authentic, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. And I'm definitely not bitter. I actually look up to successful people because I want to attain success myself. But that doesn't mean it's going to automatically lead to promiscuity or any of that stuff. I could be with one girl and be rich with her. I don't care. Like, everybody's going to have their different idea. But I'm saying the American agenda is like, hey, be rich, be a bachelor, and sleep with all kind of women. Like, doesn't mean everybody wants to do that. I don't need to do that. You know what I mean? I don't need to be with a bunch of women. You know, I wouldn't mind having one good woman that was loyal and that was it. You know what I mean? And I could go on dates and I get dates or whatever. It's not even an issue. But I'm just saying that is a real thing that's affecting the culture in a lot of women in this country. So,
Dang it, Scott, speak them facts. God damn,
you know,
hallelujah.
I kind of believe that the media is trying to basically destroy the family. And
Oh, the media.
Like, the most important person in this country right now, well, I'll say it like this, at least like the top 5, because we could debate like who's the number 1 or whatever, but it's the family man, the guy that's married with kids, and he's raising a family, because that's the future. Because if you're just a bachelor never having kids, and yeah, you have money or whatever, or money or you don't have money, because there's plenty, you could get girls without money. Like, you don't need money. I'm telling you how to do it without money. You go to the park, you do this, you do that, you go hiking, whatever. You don't need to like spend money is what I'm saying to get women. You don't definitely have to, because women will appreciate your attention. That's actually what's more important than the money. The money just makes it so much easier. Like, hey, I got a yacht, you want them to just meet. Like, it's just a cool first date. It's like, oh yeah, we could go on a yacht, or I could take you to the Hell's Kitchen, $300 meals or whatever, stuff like that. Like, I'm saying, like, I would love to do that. I wouldn't mind doing that. Like, I'm saying, use the tools at your disposal. If I had $10 million, I'd be living a different life, obviously. Like,
okay, well, I guess this goes for all 3 of us. I mean, maybe we are the lucky ones, but look at it this way. I have my own place. You have your own place. He has his own place. Hell, we all even have cars. I truthfully don't need a girl for her money. I don't want to be seen as a sugar daddy, but I don't mind being a provider. Like,
yeah.
If you're gonna keep my, the house in order, like I guess that old school bullshit, no problem, man. Stay home. If I come home, clothes are always clean, food is always on the table, which, by the way, I guess I'd be paying for all that. No problems, none whatsoever. And then I got some awesome person to hang out with the whole time. great. Not even a big deal.
Girl, I will 3D print you a Gucci bag. What's
But
going on?
On that same argument, I have no problem being the stay-at-home daddy or just the stay-at-home boyfriend. No problem. You're a millionaire. You say I get to stay at home and not do shit. I'm with it. I'll cook. I'll clean. No problem. Easy peasy cover girl.
I like that. That's very diverse reasoning right there. You see, guys. Diversity.
Fair is fair.
I like that. That was pretty wholesome.
Fair.
Yeah, and I have no problem taking care of women. I'm mostly like, when we're talking about dating, this is like not in the relationship stage, right? Because I've had girls live with me, and I didn't make them pay a penny for rent. They have to do nothing. They could keep all their money. I even got them jobs on sometimes, or whatever. I bought them a car. I bought women cars. Like, trust me, I spend money on women. Like, don't get me wrong. But I'm just way more selective in the beginning process first. You know what I mean? Like, this whole dating thing is you have to get past a certain point to where, because like, you're going to know, like, if you're attracted to her within probably usually like the first date. If you don't know by then, it's like, okay. Then the second date, you're going to kind of know a little more about her. And then it's like, meaning like, okay, that's kind of like the crossroads for me. It's like the second date. That depends on the time, but usually like I try to set up where you have a few hours with her each time, basically, at least, so it's like, am I going to pursue this or not? But I don't want to be wasting money. Like, I don't need money to learn that information from her. And like, can't you just hang out with not being like a bougie girl? Can't you just hang out? That's the type of girl I'm looking for. Like, I know plenty of guys that will date girls that they spend so much money on their girl. And then, like, I knew a guy that did it so far that he got into debt, like, and like, she didn't even know about it. But like,
I'm looking at the
'cause he's trying to
individual
keep
right
that
now.
Status, like, I'm saying, I'm not going to fight to keep this cultural status. I don't need that status. If that makes sense. So.
Okay, well, I mean, well, to be fair, I don't think it. So in a rare moment, I don't think it does. And here, or I guess maybe I just completely disagree on that last one.
Which part?
The word status.
Oh,
I feel like for me, as cheesy as it sounds, a girl can really make or break my status, and status is a big thing. For example, if right now I had a wife or a girlfriend, and as you guys came over, she offered you little snackies, was willing to go to the beer. Like, if she was willing to go to the fridge and grab a beer for you, damn, would that not be a status thing? And then if she jumped on top of me, we were all super lovey-dovey, she's hosting it, the whole shit. Damn, man, doesn't that kind of bring up that male status just a bit? Or if you're having a business meeting and she's got this cool little meat cruciority board or whatever the hell it's called.
The coochie board.
The coochie board, yes. You got that all set up. She's out there bringing everything, being an awesome host. Damn. She's out in public, always looking good, never embarrassing you. All your friends are like, holy shit, I need a girl like that. Isn't that status almost? Isn't that the woman kind of bulking up your status where men are like, bro, how do I get that? I want that.
I will be honest, in Las Vegas, you will never find a thing called love. It's very, 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 very hard in the state of Nevada. So you want to develop your status the best way you can to find that individual that's going to best suit yourself as well as your counterparts. So in Las Vegas, you're not gonna find love. What are you doing here? Like, you need to, like, I shiz you not. You're not gonna find love in
hope
Vegas.
You're wrong.
I do hope you're wrong.
Probably in Reno, where nothing happens but a fucking, like, a water bottle falls. Like, no. But in Las Vegas, you're not gonna find love. I'm sorry. That's the best way to summarize it. Okay, go to Reno or go to another country. What are you doing in Las Vegas trying to find love? Are you crazy?
Well, I'm sure I think we actually both disagree on that. I think it's still possible to find love out here, but it's definitely like a lot harder.
You just have to try harder. You have to be more creative. You actually have to. Here's the thing about Vegas. You actually have to know what you like, and that's hard enough.
Yeah.
To figure out what you like and to throw your money at to enjoy yourself, that's a lot harder than it sounds. And then when you just meet someone and now you're going to throw your money at something hoping that they like it too, damn, that can be a little frustrating out here because there are so many options, and just like Scott was talking about earlier, they have so many comparisons where they've already been on a yacht, they've already done this, they've already done that, and that's because it's Vegas. All you have to do is go to the Cosmopolitan, sit at the goddamn chandelier, and there's going to be some guy willing to buy you a $50 drink. If you're a smoking hot dime show 10 out of 10, you go sit at the Cosmo, you're going to run into a sugar daddy who's a millionaire or on his way to be a millionaire. I promise.
And remember that time we were actually, let me talk about your status.
Okay,
quick,
shit.
I do want to talk about
Hold on, wait. Hold on. This requires a full-on.
Well,
This really happened. I wish it didn't. I'm gonna let him tell the story.
yeah, well,
Story time. Story time.
okay, because like but I'm saying that same girl that is getting attracted to like the guy coming in scooping it, and he's paying, he's buying the $50 drinks. He's already got the the $600 a night hotel. He's already booked. So we were playing this little drinking game. I was like, look, we could probably get a girl right now. It doesn't, we were playing a game. Basically, it's like we have a round of beer on the table, and then girls that walk by, we have to go and approach them and say, hey, you want to come hang out with us for a little bit? We already got a drink ready to go. That was like our little game. But and then like this, so we're playing this game for like, I don't know, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever. And like, we had some girls to stay, they hung out a little bit, then they left, stayed. Because a lot of people, they were already like there to meet somebody, at least the ones that we ran into that day.
Yep, that was true.
And then we ran it, and then this other dime piece came, and like, she kind of already walked past. She was like, I don't know if some guy was supposed to get her or not. I don't know. Either way, I knew it was like my turn, and she was like already in line. So I just walked up in line like somewhere else, like 30 feet away from her. So I just walked up right behind her and said, hey, how you doing? And then I just started gaming her right there in the line, and she's in line to get into this restaurant. There's like, that's how Cosmos is. There's a line to get in this nice restaurant. You know what I mean? So like, and then like I got her over to the table though. And then like we started talking, we actually hit it off pretty well. And then like, she would have definitely been cool with all of us. She had her sister or her friend there. And like, so we were all talking and everything. But then, like at the very last second, she's like, well, actually, I'm already meeting this guy out here who's like a millionaire, this and that, but I wish I couldn't stay here if I didn't have this date already lined up. So like the joke is, it was the money, remember?
Yeah, because okay, so
I mean, you could say his nationality, but it's kind of funny I said about it.
No,
you don't have to say it,
okay,
but...
this gentleman, will be nice. Okay, so first we were playing a game where we were at a table with a bunch of beers. And so it was Scott's turn to go approach a bunch of random girls and invite them back to the table, which we had unopened cans of beers. And we were willing to go buy more beers across the way, like literally 20 feet in front of us, where we could purchase the can of beers. It was like the perfect spot to hang out. And so it was Scott's turn to go say hello. He not only wheeled in one, but he wheeled in three girls. And we were all there having such a good old time. And then these guys show up. And these guys literally are bragging how they just spent $1,000 each on dinner. Their room is $10,000. They've all got another 10 grand to go gamble. And they're like, come on, ladies, we got all this money. We're about to go play. And you just see me and Buddyz got just look at each other. We're like, yeah, well, I'm not dropping 10 grand tonight. Are you?
It's like the difference of the minor leagues and the big leagues, And it's funny because they probably kind of had a hit what's going on, but they weren't even worried about it.
But okay, But to your point, and what I was kind of getting at is, you could totally tell they were way more interested in us, wanted to be with. Once they went over and sat next to them, they looked sad, depressed, or
that's
they
true.
all looked,
Yeah.
more or less they got degraded in a little bit. Where, well, those guys were not going to take the shit because they obviously just didn't care. They knew that they were just going to play with these girls for the weekend and send them on their way. It was pretty obvious.
But that proves that anybody with zero money could go out and get a dime piece. If you just have to have that confidence and just go out there and try it. That's all you got to do. You try it and then just be confident and you can get it. You know what I mean?
Cosmo's a great one when, to be fair, we did find this tall cowboy who was like 6'2" and a stud muffin to play this game with us. And so when you got me who's just like, I don't know, we'll just leave me as a normal-looking male. And then you got two guys who are in I don't know, you're both in pretty good shape, over 6 feet tall. It's just not that hard to... And so it's the Cosmopolitan where the game is every time 3 beautiful women come by, you have to say hello. I don't give a shit. It's your turn, go say hello. Period. Well, maybe we should go to the Cosmo more. What are we doing? What are we doing on this podcast? I think I'm going to go Cosmo after this.
No, it's definitely like one of the good places to like. I mean, you're gonna meet high quality. I don't know if you're gonna meet some good people out there.
No, because we'll probably run into the same bullshit again. They'll just be these rich millionaires like I was describing, and then they'll swoop again.
Yeah, but like your point was like they were actually more attracted to us and having more fun with us because we had a it's like we were like the hungry wolf at the bottom of the bottom of the mountain. The guy's already on the mountain, so they're not trying as hard because they don't need to, right? So they kind of lost that little bit of edge. So that just shows like the hungrier you are, even if you're the little guy, so to speak, you can still go out and get stuff. And that's actually like even in business, like you have a big company doing something, you could be the little guy that's out maneuvering them. You could be faster than them. You'd be quicker. You could make deals and cut into their profits and stuff.
That's true.
I will be honest. Zoom in on me on this one.
As we zoom in on you, can you also tell us what you want in a seeking a woman or a man? 2023.
Well, let me say what I wanted to say first.
Okay,
if I'm going to be a billionaire or millionaire, I will cheat on you. Okay, if you weren't here, if you weren't here when I was right here, and I'm over here, I will cheat on you. I will be honest. I'm gonna be honest. This is the only brutally honest I'm gonna be. Okay, because I want to be a billionaire. I'm gonna cheat on you. But if you were here when I was here, then we're gonna be wifing and have a great life. But the point is, what was the main question that you were asking? I'm sorry, Paul.
What do you seek in a woman?
What I seek in a woman? I seek intelligence. Because every time I'm in downtown Las Vegas, I keep talking to one of these beautiful women, and you only know the thing is chicken tenders and French fries. And I'm like, hey, well, how about let's learn about the whole idea of what makes humanitarianism. No, vapes and alcohol. I'm like, oh, beautiful. Okay, so that's the only thing you're gonna get here in Las Vegas. Okay, like I said, back to my main point. You're not gonna find love here. I'm sorry. You go to a different country or state for that.
You gotta start going to church, man.
That too. Go to church. I love Jesus. I volunteer. See, my guy. Everyone. I'm sorry. I probably broke the mic there, but no, a lot of girls hurt me in here in Las Vegas. Never had an issue in here in Brooklyn, but in Las Vegas, I always got my heart broken.
So with that, are you gonna take your past out on the present? Are you gonna take your past out on the future?
Oh, for reals? Are you kidding me? I'm gonna be a billionaire? Yeah, for sure. If you didn't give me the light of day when I was right here, I'm gonna work my way towards that, and I'm not gonna give you the light of day. See the yin and the yang. I'm sorry. That's the way we look at it.
I mean, that kind of is how it works. Girls lose their value. After 30, it starts declining. Guys actually still they increase their value after that fact.
Facts.
Because no girls paid attention to me. Very few was paying attention to me in my 20s. Into my 30s, it's a lot more attention for sure. And the funny thing is, I actually had a lot going for me in my 20s. I was making really good money. I had my own place already at 21. So I was already light years ahead of not light years, but you know what I mean. I was way ahead of a lot of people I knew, at least. From high school and stuff like that, but that's not even a fair comparison because high school to me was just like a joke. It was so easy.
I resonate with that.
Okay, so I'll tap into it. I don't know if you guys. So I'm almost done with 1984. It's been a great book. I'm on the last few chapters, and the one thing that reminded me of the came from Red Alert, but I didn't know this came from the book 1984. And so, what's your thought on who controls the past, controls the future? Who controls the present? Controls the past. So I ask again, if you find your perfect woman, what are you going to do to not allow your past to ruin your future and present? Because I get it, people have hurt you, man. But that doesn't mean that every single girl is going to hurt you. Just 99.9% of them.
Yeah, I think you want to find a girl that's hasn't been body count hundreds kind of thing, and run around, but she might be good later on in life where it's oh yeah, I've changed, and she might be real good to you, but even then, I'm not even going to throw that under the bus, but it's just you as a woman, what I want, it's what I want in a woman is someone feminine and submissive to an extent. She doesn't need to be all crazy, and I don't want her necessarily to have a super hard life, because the harder life you have, the more masculine you become. It's my job's to go out there and be stressed every day. When I come home, I don't want to get more stressed and nagged at. I want to have a good time. I want to be able to relax. You know what I mean? That's kind of so it's more like a behavior kind of thing. For me, is how is she going to act? I should be able to bring her around my friends, and she shouldn't be oh, why are we here? Or because it's not as entertaining or exciting. But you should be able to just chill and hang out and just whatever. Yeah.
The way I see it is, what was the main question again? I do apologize.
I don't know. We were just talking about you also want to learn from the past mistakes too, though, right? But you also don't want to let it totally I'm gonna lock myself in a closet, not date it. Because I've heard a story of this girl. She dated some guy in her 20s, and obviously she was probably loving that. And then broke up. I don't even know the details why they broke up, but she hadn't dated a girl. She hadn't dated a man or a girl in 15 years. So she was 40 already. So she hadn't dated since she was 25 because of one bad guy. And that's what he's saying is you don't want that to happen to you, obviously, right? Don't completely shut out women. But you're right, Vegas is pretty hard to, because they also deal with the whole tourist spiel, all the tourist people. And yeah.
What's wrong with a good tourist, though?
Oh, no, I'm just saying, when he's talking about...
You fall in love with them, you're done.
Yeah. Well, yeah, don't fall in love with a tourist. That's for sure.
Happens to the best of us.
No, you can have... the thing is, you can still have fun. You can still have fun and do all that kind of stuff, with the tourists. But as far as, don't expect her to like, oh, I'm gonna move in with you type of thing and start a life. You know, like that love you're not gonna find like with a tourist. Very unlikely, but it still could be possible. You know,
Depends what drugs you tell y'all take. Just saying.
It's actually funny that Vegas now you have to wait 3 days to get married out here because I guess too many people just getting drunk and getting married. I kind of like that about
trial
Vegas.
run.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get that green card. You get what I'm saying?
Well, before I even say what I say, I'm so sorry, family. I'm so sorry. Don't be mad. But yeah, I actually just a couple weeks ago almost signed myself up for a 3-day trial run where we literally were talking about it. And I mean, we've known each other for a while. And we're like, listen, let's try it out. We'll call each other husband and wife for 3 days. And if it doesn't work out, fuck, we'll just not turn in the papers and we'll be divorced in 3 days. And, you know, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
And so I do think that that's kind of cool, rare, unique, terrible also. I feel like it's terrible because you shouldn't be you should not be marrying like that, or you shouldn't be marrying on a whim. But then again, why the hell not? Like, why not though, right?
I will be honest though, there's a whole logical aspect when it comes to marriage. Now, the reason being is because capitalism has taken such a big toll on our day and age of our society where marriage is being so highly capitalized that it's a thing. It doesn't have to be a thing. You don't have to be married and love the girl to death, you know? It's just a whole capitalistic spiel that you don't have to be a part of. You could literally just pay 5 to 10K for a wedding and y'all be happy. Why the hell would y'all need to pay 50 to 250K for a wedding? You're out of your damn mind. Okay? If you understand the statistics of a marriage in America, you have to keep that in mind when it comes to putting money down on a wedding. So keep that in mind when you get acquainted with your spouse.
And a wedding ring too. Like this one guy's like, oh, I'm gonna spend $2,000 on my wedding ring, and I think he actually talked. I mean, diamond, that's a whole nother thing because they're overpriced anyway, but like legitimately overpriced because they control the market. But anyway, so like this guy got a $4,000 ring for $2,000, basically what he was saying. And he's like, and then like she was okay with that, but like some girls actually get mad. Like, oh, I'm only worth $2,000 to you. But I'm like, dude, that's still like
you hear that?
Money,
that's some facts right here, y'all.
And that's
Keep
the type
listening.
of status I'm talking about because like I wanted to round that back to status because you're right. We have to define what the status is because there's definitely some status that I am actually going for, right? It's just I don't need the status approval of a culture society or whatever. Like maybe like I want a small circle like Mad Hatter was saying. It's basically like your friends, your family, like that type of status, you know, around like the people that actually you care about you. You know what I mean?
Well, the ones who like I care about your status, you care about mine, we're buddies. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Like you know, and it's also about like being okay with the status of where you're at too. Right, it's like we were okay with the status. Okay, yeah, we don't have the yachts or whatever, but like that doesn't make me bitter or sad. Like I'm actually trying to get a yacht, believe it or not. You know, I want a yacht. Like I'd love to be in San Diego and like be out there and have a beachfront property and stuff. Like don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with wanting that kind of stuff, you know. But we're not like it's kind of like all related. But that's like a whole status thing. And like, but the point is, I don't really care what people think. Like I don't need to be all flashy on it. And I'm not saying. I'm also saying I reserve the right to be wrong too, though. Like if all of a sudden I wake up tomorrow and I'm a billionaire and maybe I will be flashy. I don't know. I kind of think I won't. Like the whole thing, I want to stay humble though.
Money makes people act funny.
Exactly.
Remember that. So,
you know, but the bottom line is when it comes to women, like I gotta have a good time hanging out with you, and it can't like if I'm stressed being around you, it's not a working formula, you know.
Well, I've got yelled at this before by people, and people are like, "Bro, that's savage," but maybe it is. But you're supposed to be convenient for me, and I'm supposed to be convenient for you. That's kind of what a friendship is. Especially with a male friendship. Like, goddamn, man,
the male friendships are the most authentic you will ever experience compared to having a female. I will be honest. So, the whole idealism of having a buddy to just be like, yo, I had a bad day, man. Let's go like hang out and vibe because like I had a very shitty day, you know? And then the whole ordeal is like having the right people by your side just makes you feel better. I promise you.
Did you have a bad day? Do you want to talk about it?
No, I don't.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I got robbed by No, I'm joking.
Oh, you got hurt again, huh?
Oh yeah, very, very, very bad.
I feel like there's a little truth to every joke. So did you get beat up again?
Yes.
Damn. I knew it.
But not physically.
Oh, I was about to say, yeah, you better not got physically beat up, bad. We gotta go break some heads right now.
So let's tie back to this because we got him talking again, and I thought that was a good one. So we asked Buddy Scott over here, what is your is your best date you've ever been on?
Can I tell you the worst date I've been on? It's gonna make a lot of people cry.
Sure. Wait. Hold on. I feel like, oh shit.
Yeah. Ooh. Bring that introduction here. I'm gonna get the mic a little closer here. There we go.
Story time.
Okay. Story time.
So, I've met this individual on Tinder, and we've been hitting it off really, really, really well.
Ooh, Tinder.
And I invited her out to a nice establishment on the Strip. I think it's called Giovanni's. It's a very, very nice Italian restaurant right across the street from the Wynn. Okay, I literally went to Craigslist to hire a violinist. Now, I'm probably a creep when I do this type of shit, but I don't think so. I try to like present the environment for the month that it was, which was Valentine's Day, and I was getting quite lonely, so I did match up with a individual on that specific week for Valentine's Day. So I'm like, you know what? I want to have a whole good thing spiel going. So I was waiting. I was at that restaurant waiting, and I had the violin guy be like, "Hey, where's she at? Where's she at?"
What was the place called again?
I think Giovanni's, or it's that corner Italian spot right across the street from the Wynn. It's like right in that Plaza shopping mall. It's literally on that corner, right across the street.
Pizzeria, Mediterranean Grill.
No, not what the Giovanni. I don't know if I'm saying it right. It's another Italian name that I can't think of.
I've heard of the place. Yeah,
it's the big giant one right in the corner shop. Whatever. The whole thing is.
That's hilarious.
I waited there for 30 minutes and she didn't even show up. And I had the violin guy be like, "Hey, what's going on?" And I was pretty upset. I was devastated. I was waiting in that little table and I was like, "Man, I had
Wait! You got a violin for her?
Yeah, I wanted like something cool. Like
You should have picked her.
I didn't want it to be weird. I wanted it to be like a nice little meal where it's like beautiful music, authentic. Like Scott plays the piano, for Christ's sakes. Like authentic
Live
music,
yeah.
live authentic music while you're eating your pasta dish. Who wouldn't want that? Okay.
No,
and
that's,
and I had the whole thing, nice little thing planned. I didn't want to be weird. I wanted to be like that moment where I could just have in my brain where I'm like, yeah, I had a really nice moment with this individual, But I wasn't able to experience that because this individual did not arrive, and I got blocked, and I got just pretty much ghosted. So I just waited there, and I ordered food, obviously. So when I ate my food, the owner of the restaurant was like, "Hey, listen, it looked really sad." He didn't say it like that, but he's like, "Yeah, it was pretty." I'm gonna summarize it the best way I can. He's like, "Yeah, it was pretty sad that you were sitting there by yourself drinking that big bottle of wine with that chicken parmesan." And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna waive the 2 bottles of wine that you ordered, and but you have to pay for the meal." I'm like, "Yeah, that makes sense." So yeah, and I literally went out of that restaurant with the big bottle of wine because he let me walk out of there with that big bottle of wine. I just walked the Strip all by myself, all lonesome, drinking that bottle of wine.
That's actually a cool story, dude.
It's a very traumatizing, painful story.
No, you could turn that around. It doesn't have to be painful anymore, man. That's an awesome story. The only problem is you needed a bass singer. You needed a guy knowing opera. You needed a bass. I don't want to. Yeah,
so she could hear from her Uber ride, right?
Yeah, no, you needed a chauffeur in. I mean, you're spending like $1,000 on the meal already. You might as well, you know what I mean? You might as well spend another $100 to have her wheeled in.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty impressive. That would have been an epic date for her. And then she was so embarrassed she didn't even know how to say anything or whatever. So she just blocked you.
Yeah, I dressed all nice. I got a haircut, and then she just never showed up, and I got blocked. And it was really, really, really painful. But it was like the thing is, I was really hitting it off with this individual. Like we had a lot of common similarities, and then the last minute, I got fat shit on my chest, and yeah. So listen, that's and the whole idea comes into play. You're not gonna find love in Las Vegas. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Unless you're a woman, but if you're a guy, I'm sorry. You go to a different country for that, or a state. And love is dead here. It's all fabricated through apps. Boom.
I mean, you're not wrong on a lot of points, that's for sure.
Well, so,
fabricated, yeah.
Isn't that usually normal? What are those called, Scott? You gotta help me out here. The Mariscoscas? The Mexican restaurant. The Mariscoscas?
Oh, Marty Poso, that's butterfly.
There, thank you. Yeah, I'm there.
Maggiano's, that's the place.
Yeah, and so the one down the road here on Fremont Street, It is a nice hidden one. I want to say it's off like 15th Street or something. I mean, literally just off like Fremont and 15th. And they always have people. They always have somebody coming in to sing and dance. And I can't think of any time where a girl hasn't really enjoyed that, or because of that tomato, because of that whole chat thing and being able to make songs randomly. I was able to produce what I thought was some pretty good songs for girls, just about their life or about them doing good or whatever the hell. Damn, I totally understand why people are artists. These girls, holy God, Jesus, Wellikers, holy mighty man. And so sometimes just the power of music, I feel like it is honestly a bit much. I feel like the girl was definitely looking to just smash cheeks, and you were going to have a nice violin thing for her. But to be fair, I feel like if she showed up, that is over the top adorables. Only because I've seen it so many times. Girls and music, man, it's got to be like one of those secret cheat codes, the way to their heart that just, I feel like guys maybe don't take advantage of.
The worst thing is a lot of girls just want to smash on the first date with me, and I never want to do that. I want to know you first. Let me take you to a sushi spot. Let me take you to a place I've never been before. Why do you want to fuck on the first date? Like, let's go to that the Sephora revolving sushi spot. Why do you want me to go to your place so bad? Let's go to the sushi spot and enjoy some food.
Hold on, whoa, time out. What? Wait, hold on. So, my brain hurt. So, wait, time out. So, you're actually upset that you, okay, so, here's the thing. Time, we're going to, no. Yeah, we're going. Here's the thing. You know how much easier it is to go eat sushi after I already smashed? Why can't you just smash her really, really, really good that then afterwards she really wants to go get sushi, and then you work her up so good that then afterwards you will smash again? Like, I feel like I'd be way more relaxed if I smashed, got sushi, and then could smash again if everything worked out well. And if not, great. I got a good smashing. I got some sushi. Return to sender, bro. Let the next guy give it a whirl.
So that's like one thing that society kind of did. I mean, it's kind of a negative thing, but at the same time, use that as your advantage. That society told the girl to sleep with you on the first date. Like,
that's true.
So you're just gotta play the. But I mean,
did I not describe that?
Yes, you did.
Like, how much more? Okay, think about it. How much more relaxed?
How much more easier can I get?
If you already smash cheeks, you know how much easier it is to just talk and chill.
I don't want to smash cheeks. I want to find my future wife.
You gotta say that in the front end, then.
Okay. Well, how are you gonna?
I do not want to.
Have you ever? Listen, family. I'm so sorry, but I'm not sorry. Maybe we all know I have sex. Have you ever had sex with a girl that's like a dead fish and she just lays there and it's so sad and depressing? Yeah, and she actually thinks it's a good smash? Buddy, that's the fucking worst, man. I would never want to be stuck or married to anybody like that. But if you want to be a dead fish, I'll take you out and buy you some dead fish after. But I'm definitely not going to take you home to my mom. I'm definitely not keeping you. There's no way. And so again, I feel like the best way is to smash. And then take her out, and if everything is good, it's no pressure. You already smashed, so get naked again. And if it's terrible, you'll know, and you'll say bye.
Because so that's a real point, though. It's basically the compatibility. I'm gonna call it intimate compatibility, right? Because you don't know exactly how they're gonna act, and it should be like natural. It should feel good. Basically you're gonna have your own assessment of what you expect, I guess, or just going through it. But you can know real quick where it's like, I don't like this girl in bed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're gonna get that out of the way. Like, in other words, imagine you did take her on a date. You did the whole violin thing. You had the opera singer, all that. Okay, 2 bottles of wine, let alone one. Not expensive bottles of wine. I'm sure those are at least $100, $200. It's at a restaurant, right? So I would rather, and then you're saying you could smash to get to know how she smashes and see if you like that first. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, imagine spending all that money is what I'm getting at, and then you smash and you're like, dang, it wasn't even that great. It's like she's a dead fish or whatever, or whatever thing. Like, it's not intimately compatible. She's not intimately compatible. Then it's like you did waste all that money. And my whole thing is, well, that $1,000 that could have been towards a mortgage, that could have been towards a lot of other things a little bit better useful. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, shit. Let's just be honest about it. And so there's a song that I can't play right now because copyright rules are real.
Time is money.
But it hits spot on. Like, who doesn't want to just have sex in Super Smash? Thank you, chat. Like, damn, that's literally my favorite song.
And that's literally
like
what you're talking about being a billionaire, that you would just smash these girls unless a girl stayed with you from day one.
The thing I see it is, you know, it's like, I want to find someone that's authentic. Big word, authentic. That's like, hey, I see that you're a genius. I love what you do. I want to be with you. I don't want to fuck you in the first date and then ghost you. You know, I want to get to know you and see what other crazy developments that you've established, you know?
Some women are just not that interesting, so you probably should have just smashed and should have ghosted her. That's probably what you actually should do sometimes.
That's true, man. Honestly.
I don't know if that's a good advice or whatever, but I would try it. You know, let her reach out to you. Maybe you don't have to necessarily ghost her, you know what I mean? But make her follow up with you, I guess.
I will not eat you out on the first date. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I want to make you feel, I want to put a smile on your face, but it's going to be the second or the third date, not the first date. Okay, baby?
Some girls sorry, Grandpa. I didn't know we were going to talk about that.
They don't get a smile unless you take it on the date. Sorry, Grandpa. Oh, man.
All right. Let's go. Okay, so we got about 5 minutes left, roughly.
Yeah.
With a...
I know. How do we summarize?
Okay, who wants to try and take a stab? How about we all try and take a stab at it? Okay. Who wants to try and go first? Imagine we're on Jerry Springer, and the show just ended, and you're giving the final thoughts.
I'm trying to think what Jerry would say. He'd come out here and be like, you guys are a bunch of tools. Either that, he'd talk... I feel like he might talk a lot of crap, and they'd be like, okay. So, you know, you're going to get what you put out of it. You got to know who you are. And then like on the front end, like how you're saying, oh, it didn't, you know, she wants to smash or whatever. It's like, hey, you need to be kind of more clear up front is what you're looking for. And you're going to weed out a lot of the people that don't want to do that. But the thing is, you kind of can't have it both ways. You can't say, hey, I want to smash, but I also want love. You can't say that in the same sentence or in the same bio or whatever. Like, I feel like you got to kind of be distinctly different. In other words, girls like that you're specific in something, I feel like, where it's like, hey, I'm going for this and that's it. If you're not interested, that's fine. Just pass on me. Like, I think that type of language or something to where you're putting a hard barrier out. It's like, I just literally don't want this. If you're expecting to get laid on the first night, there's plenty of other guys that'll do that for you. That's just not me. I'm actually trying to build a relationship with somebody. I think that's going to get you better results on the front end. You might not go on as many dates, but you're going to go on better quality dates to where they can appreciate the violin, and then they're going to be head over heels for you, and then you'll still be with them to this day, possibly.
Oh, you're teaching me.
Yeah, and and the establishments you go to, because like I'm looking at this, we got like 10 different places we didn't even cover. Not even 10% of them.
Yeah, we literally on the first subject. Show them the
no, they don't need to see this. This could be another time.
One little line covered an entire episode.
All right, all right.
I didn't show them. They don't need to see it clear. But yeah, okay, go.
The way
go ahead. No.
Okay. The way I see it is, ladies.
Hold on. Wait, is that you got anything else to add to that?
Well, no.
Is that your Jerry Springer goodbye?
Fine. I was gonna say, like, the last thing is, it's like, okay, maybe if you want to meet like a religious girl, you should go to church. Because you're gonna meet a religious girl there, or like the religious dating apps and stuff like that, where it's like you could start from a standpoint where they're not trying to smash on the first date either. You got to find the girls that are looking for the same thing that you're looking for. They're not looking to smash on the first date. You know what I mean? Some of them are gonna wait till marriage and whatever, or some are gonna be like, you know, I want to date you, like I want to actually know you, like and that's hard to put a time in. It's gonna take 2 weeks. It's gonna take 2 months, right? But that's pretty much all I want to say. Yeah, I think that sums it up. And good luck out there.
Yeah.
Not bad, Jerry. All right. Give us your version of a Jerry goodbye.
Oh, listen, ladies. If you get to have a vibrator, and I can't have the Ass Fucker 3000 with extra lubricant dispenser and a vibrator inside, I don't want none of it.
Did you just come out of the closet? What do you want?
I'm saying...
Wait, no.
I'm
really sorry.
Females could have vibrators, but if I want a fucking silicone ass to fuck when I'm horny, I don't want to get any criticism. I'm just saying. Because if you get a giant dildo that you purchased on Alibaba for $42, I want to be able to do the same thing. I want to get the Ass Fucker 3000 and do what I want to do, because... Gender equality.
This is what I yeah. That was okay. You guys clearly haven't watched Jerry Springer in a while.
Yeah.
Right,
I'm from Russia. What the fuck's a Jerry
You
Springer?
two want anything else to add before I sign us off?
No, I need to hear the official Jerry Springer now. Let's hear it. Let's sign us off.
Let's do it together. Jerry.
Well,
Jerry.
folks, that's all the time we have for today. I truly hope you enjoyed our show, and Jesus Christ, maybe we learned something about dorks and nerds and loves and relationships from Vegas. I don't know. I mean, listen, I'm just a guy looking for love, all right?
In Jesus' name, amen.
I may have hosted millions, thousands of different podcasts, but at the end of the day, or not podcasts, different broadcasts. But, you know, my personal journey for love, I think in marriage is always going to be ongoing. And you know what? Shit, who knows? Maybe one day, I'll even be happily ever after. And shit, that day could be today. I'm hopefully going out, and we'll see what happens. Until then, let's all continue to help each other, find our love, be good buddies for everybody. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. God bless each and every one of you. I'm the Mad Hatter. This is the Good Buddies Show. I'll talk to everybody on next week, Tuesday, 8:30, same bat channel, same time, same place. You know, I gotta remember how Batman said that. Anyways, have a blessed day. Bye. Damn, that was fired. That's how you end a broadcast.